Welcome back to Narrow Ground Entertainment. I'm Steve the Unimpressed. Me and my shovel have been busy tonight. This is Steve Solo's 7 Days to Die, Episode 4. And I'm going to finish digging in the basement here. Well, do some more digging in the basement. I don't know if I'll be finished for a while yet. And then I'm going to go and look at my chest full of random stuff that I've picked up from my escapades and see if there's anything worth selling to the trader. So I'm going to run over there and complete that quest today. Most of the items that I've accumulated so far in this playthrough are not particularly valuable for selling at the trader. I've got some of the exceptions down here in my inventory. The Duke's Casino tokens are the in-game currency, so that's what you'll actually trade with as money at the trader. So those are worth keeping around. The old cash actually converts to the new money at a fairly good, or a better than one-to-one exchange rate. I'm not entirely sure why they want old cash so much, but whatever. If they will take it, then I will sell it to them. The canned food is another thing that sells reasonably well to the traders. I am not going to sell mine for now, though, because I need all the food I can get at the moment. I don't have that much of it that I can cook yet, so we're going to hang on to our canned food in case of emergencies. The various item parts, the more complex items that you can craft in the game have, or instead of breaking down into base resources like iron or lead, decompose into parts. And you can use these parts to craft new items. They're also fairly valuable to trade. I'm not going to sell any of these just yet, though. The reason for that being I'm still not sure what I'm going to make use of later. I don't want to sell off all my machete parts and then decide I want to make a machete and not have any parts on hand with which to make one. When I have parts coming out of my ears, then I will probably be more willing to sell those. One of the things that I've discovered playing through the game is the items that are quality 1 don't sell for as much at the trader as the number of parts that they break down into. I think iron sledgehammers just break down into iron, so I'm not going to demonstrate with that. But breaking down a low quality machete would probably give you, I think it's usually 3 machete parts, or parts for whatever item you're breaking down. And the price for 3 of them, if they're in, I think most of them are 40 tokens each. The price for 3 of them then is 120, but a fully repaired quality 1 item only sells for like 40 tokens, so you're better off breaking it down and selling the parts if you're going to sell anything. Or if you have the ability to craft better quality items using those parts, you're better off crafting it into a better quality item and selling that instead. But for now, we'll just put those back in the chest. And I'll take my old cash and my casino tokens, and I will head over there and see what I can get. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to pull out some of this nitrate powder, some of this rotting flesh, these pumpkin seeds, and I already have a bunch of clay soil from digging, so I'm going to demonstrate something else. Farm plots are something you can craft, and with plant seeds, you can grow whatever item that is. So with pumpkin seeds, I can grow pumpkins naturally. Now, the only way you can get it to the point where you can craft seeds is through the living off the land perk. So the first level of it allows you to gather 2 items from crops instead of 1. The second level allows you to craft seeds for certain items, flowers and decorative plants, and then the third level allows you to craft seeds for various foods. I'm not planning to invest in in fortitude that much just yet. At some point I probably will, because one of my favorite weapons requires the machine gunner perk. It doesn't require it, but it helps. So eventually I will probably invest in some fortitude. For now I'm not going to. So I can't make any seeds, but if I find seeds I can still make farm plots and grow the seeds there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this farm plot down somewhere and do that. Preferably somewhere not too close to my base, otherwise I will have the risk of zombies running over it constantly. But you also want it to be close enough that when you're at your base it will grow. I'm not entirely sure how that system works. Maybe I'm just too used to Minecraft, but if you're not close enough to your crops in Minecraft, they won't do it. They won't update. They won't grow at all. Now I'm going to head over to that exclamation point that you can see on my compass at the top of the screen. That is where I should find the settlement. And on my way there, I'm going to keep an eye out for any zombies I can kill for experience, and especially any bird nests I can raid for eggs, because I still need their eggs. And it looks like we're going to walk back into the winter, too. There's a zombie. And now I've got vultures to deal with. These things are kind of a pain in the butt, especially when you don't have a firearm, because they are hard to hit. And I do not have that many arrows. You basically have to wait until they're actually attacking you to be able to hit them. But once they're down, they provide quite a bit of feathers, which are useful for making more arrows. So hopefully next time those won't be as precious. 4 of them? Holy crap, there's a bunch of them. Now if I can just get them to actually swoop down at me. Okay, they're not really swooping down at me and we're burning daylight, so I'm going to keep moving. I am going to take out my club, though. One of the other ways that they like to attack is to wait until you're looking away from them and swoop down and hit you in the back. There's a couple of bird nests. Here's a zombie. There he is. Come here. There we go. No more zombie. Lumberjack. There's the vulture. Yeah, like I said, they're difficult to hit. I'm probably actually going to die. Well, now he's dead. Wasted a number of my arrows trying to hit him. Okay, I'm not dead yet. I am, however, infected now, so that's helpful. Take all 30 of his feathers, though. He gave us some bones to make glue and some rotten flesh to make more farm plots, should that come up. Let's get moving and see if we can actually get over to this place before something kills us. Whether it's zombies or the weather. There's all kinds of ways to die in 7 Days to Die. Or another vulture. Last you. Second death of the game. Well, that was annoying. The only additional piece of clothing I have left is a hat, so I might as well take that with me. Well, at least that lumberjack is gone. Oh no, there he's right there. Where'd that dead vulture go? Gone, evidently. Alright, one less of them to deal with. And there in the distance is the trader outpost. Once I'm in there, I should be relatively safe. But, you know, relatively. Still looking around for birds' nests. One of the most difficult things early on in this game is keeping yourself adequately fed. Because your maximum stamina and maximum health are both tied to that. Or is it your maximum health as well, or is it just stamina? I don't know. Alright, here we are, one of the traders. I have not seen this format before. There's a couple of different structures that they can be, and this one I haven't seen before. Alright, let's head inside. Close the door behind you, otherwise I think zombies can walk into the trader outpost, and that is not desirable for you. Let's see, where is the actual trader in this layout? Presumably in here somewhere. There he is.
A nickel ain't worth a dime anymore.
Fair enough. Alright, let's look at his inventory, and that finishes the quest for us. I'm going to go ahead and sell him my old cash, and see, does he have anything interesting around? Actually, quite a few things that are interesting. Lots of ammunition. He has a whole 4x4 truck. Wish I had enough money for that. Those are very useful because they have a fairly large inventory. Each of the vehicles has an inventory, so you can store stuff in the vehicles as well as carry stuff on your person. But I think the 4x4 has quite a large one, and that's very helpful. The secret stash icon here on the right, that is stuff that doesn't appear in the main inventory, so if I have it set to all, and I scroll through there, the stuff that is in the secret stash will not show up in there. What you often do find in the secret stash is things like the books. These are the skill books, or the books for the skills that you can only learn from books. So there's no other way of getting those. The thing that I really want to buy from him is this mining helmet. I'm not sure if I have enough stuff to sell him that I could actually buy it from him, though. Let's just go ahead and investigate that. Yeah, there's nothing I could sell that would let me buy that from him anyway, unfortunately.
Was there something else?
I'll have to come back when I have more money. see what's in that. Provided I can avoid getting killed again. How far away is that? That's right about where I started in the game originally. Let's head over there and see if we can find out what that is. Oop. Got a zombie and we've got a pig. The pig has what I want, but the zombie is going to actually attack me, whereas the pig, well, I'm going to attack it. Alright, dead zombie. Now I'm completely out of arrows, though. And the pigs do not attack you directly, but once you start hitting them, they will attack back. And in the background, of course, you can hear one of our cats making a racket. There we go. That's good. I found quite a few eggs during this trip, or a fair number at least, and now I've also got some meat. So I should be able to make quite a few rounds of bacon and eggs if I can get home with it. Alright, one supply crate. Ah, a workbench schematic. Some level 3 iron boots. Some first aid kits and some painkillers. Now that I'm going to use immediately. Because I am going to want to know how to make a workbench sooner or later. The iron boots for now I'm going to wear. When I was at the trader, one of the things I took note of there was the restock date. He is going to restock on day 7, and that means that what he has available for you to purchase will rotate. So things that you didn't buy, you may not be able to buy anymore after he changes that. So I'll have to think about it. I had seen that mining helmet. It may be more beneficial for me to sell him those iron boots, even though they're much better armor than I would have otherwise, and buy the mining helmet. That way I can see what I'm doing at night. Ah, crap. And I'm infected again. Dying had taken care of that for me. Alright. The more arrows I can make, the better, I suppose. Back at the base. Now, one of the things that I had found earlier was a jar of honey. And I'm going to go ahead and use that now. Because in addition to restoring some hunger, that actually fights infection. So, I am now slowly healing from the infection that I had before. And that should cure me of my infection. If you're infected for too long, honey will not be enough to cure it, and you will have to get better medicine. But since I was able to get back over here relatively quickly, we should be fine. I had a brief think about it, and I think I am actually going to gather some of my more valuable resources, whether I was intending to sell them or not, and take them back over to the trader and sell them to him. In particular, the armor and machete parts that I have, and also the oil. Some of that stuff will be useful to me later, but right now a mining helmet is going to be a lot more useful because then I will have a light. So I'm going to take those back over there and sell them, and I'm not sure if I have anything else that is going to be particularly high value to sell. Possibly painkillers. Yeah, we'll take those, and we'll take these first aid kits that we picked up. And if those aren't enough, I will sell him my armor as well. because I'd rather... The mining helmet is in itself a piece of armor. The iron boots that I found there are probably better armor, but they don't help me see things. And I would really like to be able to see things better. Alright, we are back at the trader. One of the things that I forgot to mention about this is their walls and structures. They're invulnerable to you. And actually, in the case of the traders, they're invulnerable to zombies too. So zombies can pound on these walls as much as they want, and they can't get in. Which would make them an ideal place to hide out during the 7-day hordes, except that the game has foreseen that, or the game programmers have foreseen players trying to do that. After a certain time of day, the traders kick you out. So if you are inside the building, you will suddenly find yourself transported outside the building in the shortest path possible, as though you had respawned. So, don't bother trying to do that. Let's go ahead and sell off our machete parts, and our steel armor parts, and our oil, and our first aid kits, and our painkillers. 605. Where was that helmet? Mining helmet. He wants 640. What else do I have that I can sell? What I can do is sell him some of my wood and these cowboy boots that I picked up. And that will give me enough to buy the mining helmet. And never have I more wished for an undo button. As soon as I had purchased that, I misclicked and sold it back to him for 64 tokens. I bought it for 640 and then sold it back to him immediately for 64. Which means that now I've sold off all my valuable resources that he would pay money for and have nothing to show for it. So, that's unfortunate. Well, it will be here until restock on day 7, so maybe I will go back out, do some raiding, accumulate some more stuff, and buy it from him again. Which is quite annoying. But such is life. Be careful where you click.
If that's all you're gonna buy, I'll let you show yourself out.
Oh, shut up. I was talking to the trader, not the cat meowing in the background. Telling the cat to shut up is pretty fruitless. Oh, and as long as I'm here, I will mark the trader on my map as well. Here, you feel like hitting something. Was it your fault that I did something stupid and sold an item that I needed to a trader after paying him money for it? No. But I'm going to take it out on you. The cat agrees. We're back at base after taking out our anger on an unoffending zombie, if there is such a thing. Now that we're here, there's one more thing I'm going to explain, demonstrate, do. Items that are made of a particular resource you can usually put back into the furnace to smelt down. The cans that we've been collecting are one of those. Those provide iron, so that will melt down into more iron, which is convenient because I need to make 30 more pieces of forged iron to be able to get an iron pickaxe. And an iron pickaxe is something that I want. Much like the iron shovel, that will considerably speed up my mining endeavors. hopefully I have enough iron things lying around that I can melt down to make the last few pieces that I need. If the cans aren't enough, I can melt down some of the metal pipes. And if that still isn't enough, I did find 2 more cooking pots while I was raiding that apartment again in the last episode, and those will also melt down into iron. You can make those in the forge as well, but usually it's easier to find a cooking pot before you can build a forge. Alright, I made myself enough iron for a pickaxe, so now I'm going to have to come up here and manufacture some more duct tape. Doing quite a bit of that lately. That shouldn't be too big a problem, though. Well, we have enough items to make our iron pickaxe, which will take even longer than the iron shovel to make, and night has fallen. So, I'm going to get that pickaxe going and put away some of my other things and do what I usually do at night, which is go back to mining. Digging this out a little more. We'll see if I get raided or anything tonight. I also made myself some more iron arrowheads. I'm going to go ahead and make myself some more iron arrows so that next time I venture over to the trader, I hopefully won't run out of arrows halfway there. And hopefully we'll make it back with the things that I actually want. For now, I will cut out and I will cut back in to end the video unless something interesting happens in between. One interesting thing did happen. I finished my iron pickaxe, so now I'm going to go ahead and try that out on this ore deposit. That gets through it a lot more quickly than the stone axe did. Now we're mining with iron. Alright, we're nearing the morning, so it's time to wrap up this episode. As you can see, our tools made quite a bit of progress down there in the basement, and I also finished the floor for the upper level of my base. One other thing I'm going to start doing now, and the reason for it I will make plain in a few episodes. I'm going to start making a lot of this item, cobblestone rocks. It is a resource item that you can use to create flagstone blocks, which can be upgraded into, I think, bricks. But this is an item that I use to make my early fortifications for the 7th day hordes and trying to survive against those. So that I will go over probably in the next couple of episodes, because you need to do a little bit of preparation to survive those, and it's best if you get it set up a little ways in advance instead of trying to rush to finish it all on day 7 before the horde shows up that evening. So, I'm going to start, you'll probably catch me crafting those periodically throughout the next few episodes. For now, though, that'll be it for this episode. To next episode, I will get to work on some of the fortifications and hopefully go back and buy that helmet from the trader again and not accidentally sell it back to him like a knucklehead. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, give it a like. Subscribe to see more content from me, and if you're feeling very generous and want to help me eventually achieve the dream of making my living from stuff like this, tell your friends about it. Goodbye and God bless.